January 2020, planetary transits for Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Happy New Year! This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Capricorn on the ascendant, Eastern Standard Time, New York. We begin January 1st, 2020, with 5 planets in Capricorn in the first house sector. The Sun at 10 degrees Capricorn, Mercury at 4 degrees, Jupiter at 6 degrees, Saturn at 21 degrees, and Pluto at 22 degrees of Capricorn. In the 11th house, we have the planet Mars at 28 degrees of Scorpio. Venus is placed at 14 degrees of Aquarius in the second house sector. In the third house, we have the planet Neptune at 16 degrees of Pisces with the moon at 18 degrees. Uranus is placed at 2 degrees of Taurus in the 5th house retrograde. On January 10th, Uranus will turn direct motion at 2 degrees Taurus, 39 minutes, 8:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please note, if you know your astrological chart, don't forget to look at the natal condition of the 2 planets involved in transit. For example, if transiting Sun is square transiting Saturn in space on that day, first check to see if the Sun and Saturn form an aspect in your birth chart by conjunction, opposition, square, trine, or sextile. If it does, blend the quality of the transiting aspect with the quality of the natal or birth aspect. This rule should also be applied to planetary transits to natal planets. If transiting Saturn is square your natal moon, first look at the natal condition between Moon and Saturn. Should there be a natal trine between Moon and Saturn, then a problem will arise transiting square, but will be resolved. Natal trine. On January 2nd, Mercury conjuncts Jupiter in the first house and brings the possibility of good news and an overall optimistic outlook for the future. On January 3rd, Mars enters Sagittarius and moves into the 12th house sector. January 10th brings the full moon, 2:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 20 degrees of Cancer in opposition to the Sun at 20 degrees of Capricorn, spanning houses 7 and 1, shedding light on close partnerships and bringing issues to a head. With the planet Mercury conjunct the Sun in the first and oppose the Moon in the 7th house, today will be busier than usual communication-wise. It's a good day to talk things through and resolve any tensions between you and a significant other. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction culminates on January 12th at 22 degrees of Capricorn in your first house sector. Please refer to my in-depth videos on the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Over the past 18 months, hopefully the foundation was laid for a new beginning of internal work. Use January 12th and 13th under the powerful conjunction of Mercury, Sun, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn to review whether or not the new framework is solid. Determine what has been accomplished and what still needs to be implemented or improved upon. Write a to-do list, get organized, and get it done to take full advantage of the magnificent Jupiter-Pluto conjunction of 2020. The planet Venus enters Pisces on January 13th and moves into the 3rd house. On January 16th, Mercury enters Aquarius and moves into the 2nd house. Mercury square Uranus on January 17th or 18th, depending on where you live, between houses 2 and 5, could indicate upsetting or unexpected news from a loved one or a sudden disagreement. Be diplomatic and flexible in your response. The Sun enters the sign of Aquarius on January 20th and moves into the second house. On January 22nd or 23rd, depending on your location, under the Sun square Uranus between houses 2 and 5, you can expect the unexpected. This day will not go according to your plans, especially in relation to loved ones. There could also be unexpected expenses in this regard. January 24th brings the new moon at 4 degrees of Aquarius, 4:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the second house sector, and a fresh start in organizing your finances over the month ahead. This new moon is in square aspect to Uranus in the fifth house, so leave room for the unexpected. The planet Venus will square Mars on January 26th between houses 3 and 12, activating your romantic and sexual needs. On another level, this energy can manifest as friction in your daily environment with someone of the opposite sex due to repressed sexual desire. The tendency under this energy is to be impatient and short-tempered. Self-awareness is advised. On January 27th, Venus conjunct Neptune in the third house could give you the desire to escape into romantic daydreams. This energy can manifest as a need to get away from mundane concerns. On another level, creativity is heightened, and in the third house of writing, romantic poetry or prose may be the result. The Mars square Neptune energy of January 28th between houses 12 and 3 could indicate unconscious anger that produces friction in communications with others today. The square energy is one of blockage and frustration, and joined with the planet Neptune, ego defeats will be the result of starting an argument right now. Strive to be conscious of the tension you may be feeling and avoid irrational outbursts. On another level, since Neptune rules infections and allergies, there could be a flare-up. Take care of a cold or flu that develops now.